Hey, what's up? Ken from Palm Beach Dyno here. Today on the Dyno we have Dan's 2018 F150 featuring the A10 automatic, but what's more important is what's under the hood. It's got the Roush Ford Performance Supercharger on it. This setup is available from your dealer as part of the financing package, so you can get it all done as you buy the vehicle, and it's a great setup. Usually they'll make in the low 500 horsepower range. We do quite a few of these. We've done quite a few Mustang versions of this also, but what's special about this truck is it's running on E85. The way we accomplish that is it has 1050 injector dynamics, 1050X injectors. It has a DW 400 pump and a booster pump on it, and it also has a VMP upper pulley. So we're going to go ahead and get this thing dialed in and see what kind of power the E85 is worth. Something like this, you're probably looking at a couple $1,000s total over the Supercharger to upgrade to the E85 with this setup. Now, normally on E85 setups, we really prefer an aftermarket return style fuel system. There's not a great option for these vehicles just yet, and you know, you can get up to a certain point with this pump and the booster pump. We're going to find out today exactly how far you can go. We have done this on the Mustang, and you know, in the mid 700 range or towards 800, you can sort of get by with this fuel system setup. It's not ideal, but for a quick and easy install it is. And on an F-150, where there isn't a great return style system option out there yet, this is a good option if you want to be you know, south of 800 rural horsepower. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and do a pull and see what it makes. Okay, that's very promising for the first pull. Remember, this truck is on E85, but this tune-up is very conservative. We wanted to be sure the fuel pumps would keep up. The timing is very conservative, so right now we're at 606 and 573 on the torque. Now, keep in mind it does have a VMP upper pulley, making about 14 pounds of boost. We do not have a baseline on this truck, unfortunately, on 93 octane on the Roush tune with the basic Roush setup. We did do another customer recently, and we'll use his baseline numbers, which is, you know, we've seen this common across the internet as a baseline for this truck, so we'll use that. It made 523 and 508 on the torque, so we're talking already, we're up over 80 horsepower and what's that, 65 foot-pounds of torque. I really think we're going to make quite an improvement over this, but right off the bat, I think we're in good shape. So let's go ahead and make some changes to the tune, where I'm going to go ahead and start leaning it out a little bit, add a little bit of timing, a little over each pull, and we'll see you know, where we end up on the tune. A nice another chunk of power there. We're at 624 and 604 torque. So that's, what is that, 31 foot-pounds of torque on that hit. As you can see, the power comes in a lot smoother up top. It starts climbing really nicely. We had some timing issues right here. We're pull timing. This one we revved out right to 7,000 RPM and 624, 604. So based on where you see this green power curve going up, I'm hoping to fix that and extend it up. So we're going to go ahead and make some changes to the tune and see what happens. Okay, there's a much better power curve. 670 and 577. This is starting to make some killer power. Obviously, we're actually down a little bit on torque, so we can look at that here in the mid. Well, it's pretty much everywhere from about 4,000 up to 5,500. The green run, the previous run, made better power. There's a few things going on there. It has to do with cam timing. Now, you've got to remember, obviously most Coyote people know this, but anybody else watching this video, these motors have 4 camshafts that are all controlled independently. Obviously, intakes move together and exhaust move together. So we have a lot of options there, and you know, every time a new application comes out, we have to play with those. Once we've established where the vehicle wants to be, there's not a whole lot of fine tuning there, but on this truck we're going to be doing quite a bit of tuning there. So we'll go ahead and review this log and see what happens. I did take a quick look at it, and there are some cam timing changes I'm going to make, but I'm also going to add a little bit more ignition timing. We've got the E85 and we're still very conservative there, so let's see what happens on this next pull. All right, there's another new best across the board. Everywhere looks better, every single bit. So we're at 683 and 625 on the torque. As you can see, we're starting to get a very nice smooth torque curve there, power curve. It's a little rough up top. I think right there we're having a little timing control issue where the timing is jumping around a little bit. We'll work that out. So we'll go ahead and make some more changes. Torque wise, that may be it. We'll see. It looks really good through here, but we'll see. I am going to make some cam timing changes, and we'll, you know, maybe we'll get something there. But I'm going to mostly concentrate on this top half here, and I think 700 plus is in range on this setup, which is absolutely phenomenal. A pickup truck with 700 at the wheels, with a basic supercharger kit and a couple modifications to run E85. And this is a 4-wheel drive setup, so it's going to be quite the street car, so street truck. Anyway, let's do another pull. All right, it took me a few pulls to work this one out. As you can see, you know, we're not showing you every single dyno pull. We can't show you every single thing. These would be, you know, hour-long videos, and nobody's going to watch that, including myself. So we're 9 pulls there, as you can see, throughout the, you know, even 29 pulls on something like this. That's a lot, and this is a 2018 truck. We haven't done a ton of these. We've done some remotely, we've done some basic ones in person, but when you're talking about fuel system change and E85 and everything, we got to really creep up on this stuff. So there's a lot going on that we can't show you, but I wanted to make it clear, you know, there's quite a few pulls to get to this point. Anyway, we went ahead and worked out the upper RPM issue. Pulls, I mean, this is starting to look really, really good. It's pulling all the way to 7,000 now. Could we spin more RPM? Yeah, we could. Being a truck, and not really wanting to lean on it that hard, we're just pulling up at 7,000 RPM. Obviously, we spin the Mustangs to 8,000. So 720, 633 torque. We keep picking up, so we're going to keep going. I do see some possibilities. Mostly through here, we're talking about ignition timing and fuel changes, which is fairly basic tuning. But there are other things here. See, there's a dip in the curve right here. And I don't know exactly why yet. I have to look at the log, but the timing was fairly constant there. The fuel was fairly constant there. So I'm going to play with a little bit of cam timing and see if we can get rid of that little dip and see what we get. Okay, there you go. I think this is it. 723 rear-wheel horsepower and 658 foot-pounds of torque. That's amazing. This is going to be quite the truck to drive on the street, four-wheel drive. I'm not sure if he's keeping these tires on it or what his plans are with the truck, but this is pretty insane. Hopefully we'll see it at the drag strip. Look at the gains over the baseline. Blue is the baseline, purple is the final number. 200 at the wheels, 150 horsepower. To get to this point, obviously the Palm Beach Dyno tune with an Engage, E85, and to do E85 we're doing the DW pump, a fuel pump booster, and a pulley, and ID 1058X injectors. We're gonna, right now, we don't have this as a package. We're gonna work out a package for you guys with these trucks that want to convert to E85 where you can get all that in one package deal. For now, you can give us a call at 561-571-1173. We can put together a price for you for this package based on what you have and what you want to get to. And you know, you're going to pick up huge gains. Now, you don't have to do E85. Obviously, just a tune on these will pick up a good amount of power. Transmission tuning, all those sorts of things. These A10 transmissions are a little bit tricky. We have a lot of experience with the 6R80 trans, and now the 10R80 trans we're learning quite a bit on. So even just the trans tuning, the power gains of a tune are fairly significant. Then you add E85 to the mix, and you're talking some pretty insane power. So we'll go ahead and maybe try and do some street videos with this truck, depending on how well it hooks up on the street, and we'll bring that to you down the road. Make sure you subscribe to our channel, like us on Facebook. We post a lot on Facebook. We're trying to really build up our YouTube channel. Please share this video. Like I said, subscribe it, hit the bell button, like it, whatever you need to do to get this channel more popular. We'll bring you some more tech videos. If you have any ideas for videos, you can go ahead and send them in, and we'll see you on the next one.